Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargame Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are Let's Build videos and what they're all about? Well, Let's Build video, I take a model kit and I'll show you how to put it together. If there's areas of concern on the sprue, as in something's numbered one way on the sprue but numbered different instructions, I'll let you guys know. If there's things on the sprue like chains, pipes, etc., that need to be taken off carefully, I give you guys a heads up. If you suffer with dyslexia or just struggle with instructions in general, it's a visual aid to help you. Or if you're just interested in a new faction or models from a faction you already have, but are not sure how difficult they are to put together and everything else, this is a visual aid just to show you that all these models are accessible. No matter your skill level or your age, they're all accessible. For all my regulars here, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a second. As you would have seen from the thumbnail, what I'm building today, I'm building the Blade Champion, and I'm building it from the Shadow Throne box. Now, some people are going to give out and go, "Oh, that box has been out ages ago," and oh. I got it on discount from Air Hobbies. Okay, you go and check out airhobbies.com. Go and check them out because they're absolutely fantastic, especially if you live in the Republic of Ireland. I'm sure they ship to the rest of the EU as well, but you just double check before you order. It's an absolutely amazing place to get stuff from, and I got the whole box on discount. I think it's like 110 euros or something like that at the Christmas time, and it's been sitting there, and I've been so occupied with other bits and pieces, because to tell the truth, I never had an interest in Custodes. Never had an interest in them, but I saw the box, saw it was cheap. I said, okay, I'll get it. Well, it was 100 euros, I think it was. But looking at these sculpts, these are absolutely amazing. And the other guys that come in this box are generously the Colts. Again, an army that I never had an interest in, but now I'm like, well, actually, I quite like them. I actually watched a game with them on 40k in 40 minutes. Play on, and it was generously the Colts versus Hammer was fine, but what I could see going on, I was actually quite enjoying it, and I thought, so if I'm enjoying it, I might as well have an army of those, because not only it's enjoyable for me to watch, which means I'm going to be enjoyable for me to play, it's also, for you guys, so I can show you new models. I can do battle reports with them eventually when I have enough. So this is the Blade Champion from the Custodes. Now, I'm just going to finish getting set up, and I'm going to come back to you for tools needed and everything else. Right, so tools needed as usual. Mold line scraper. You can use a hobby knife or some sort of surgical blade. If you're using a bladed tool, just be careful because it is sharp. And if there's anyone in the house, just let them know you're using a bladed tool so nobody scares you by accident and hurting yourself. And don't think, oh, that's not going to happen, because trust me, the moment you think it's not going to happen, it's going to happen. Clippers, the most useful part of our kit. Now, I do have sanding block and sanding sponge. I won't be using this guy. This is going to be for a bigger build, but this is basically sanding block. So it's foam with sandpaper on the outside. You can see this one's taking a battering because I built the Land Raider, Chaos Space Marine Land Raider, and the Hammerfell bunker, and use this. Now this is coarse or medium, but I usually have fine grit. This is what fine grit looks like, but you see this is all worn as well. But it's that sort of difference. You see the difference. This one here is darker. You get sanding sponge as well, with the same thing, but it's sponge. So what's the point of this? You're going to say these are very easy to fold up and to bend and to get into little nitty-gritty pieces like bits like the sword and stuff like that. You get this in a hardware shop, usually with sandpaper, sometimes near the wallpaper, sometimes in between. And this is a plastic kit, so I have plastic glue. I do have super glue at hand just in case, but I don't think I'm going to need it for that. Now, for everyone that's new, what we do now is we have a look at the sprue so we can ascertain what's what to make our job easier. Because sometimes you can look at a sprue and go, oh my goodness me, there's so many parts. Oh, I'll leave that to later. And 6 months later, it's still sitting there. So we got shoulder pauldrons. We've got an arm with a blade on it, which is absolutely tasty. But there's 2 hands there, so I imagine that's a 2-handed blade. With another arm here with a blade on it. Oh, there's 2 different variants. Oh, okay. Okay, so now I get it. So you can have him with a 2-handed blade, or you can have him with 1 blade. I think the sword is the same thing, but he has the other dagger in the other hand. There's arm. But I'd imagine one of these arms is actually if you're taking the 2 single blades. Would it be? I'm not sure. I'd imagine that. There's two arms there. There's an arm already on that one. Oh yeah, no it is. Yeah, sorry. One of these arms is for the other blade because this one has an arm on it as well. So does that one. Actually, no, sorry. Let me start again. One of them is going to be for this because there's the other arm for it. And this one here has the 2 hands on it. So the other one's going to be, let's just say it's that one. I don't know which one it is, but say it's that one to go into there. That goes on his base. It's his first sprue. Here's his second sprue. So we've got front of the body, back of the body, we've got legs and feet, we've got the front part that goes over the front of him, we've got his cloaks going on the back of him, we've got these 2 pieces, which I don't know what they are yet. I'd imagine they're some sort of shin guards or something like that. And he has 2 head variants. Let's have a look at the head. Look at that. That's lovely. They're both actually really nice. That's, as you guys regulars would know here, that I'm not the best at painting skin. Is that the right piece I'm looking at here? That's not even the right piece. Oh, it is, because that's 1 and 4. Yeah, that is my piece. So that's very weird, because in the instructions the cloak is numbered up as number 35. Oh no, of course it's not, you idiot. I'm looking at the next guy along. Sorry. So yeah, the cloak is number 8. Yeah, that is the correct one. Sorry. I was wondering why there's no I was wondering what the hell's going on there. Anyway, that is right. I'm just getting myself confused now. There's 2 guys. I'll show you what I was doing. So there's the guy, the 2 variants. But I was looking at this guy here, which is the shield captain. I don't know. I'm having one of those days today. So I'm gonna finish getting set up. I'm gonna come back to you. I need to get some fresh sanding sponge. I'm gonna come back to you with the first pieces needed. So the first pieces needed are 1 and 4. And that's actually amazing. Look at that. 1 and 4. I'm going to snip and clean them, show you how they go together. Right, so front and back, it just clips in like so. Very easy, very straightforward. So I'm going to glue it into place and we'll come back for the next piece. Right, so the next piece is number 5, which is front tabard. I'm going to clip clean, show you how it goes on. Right, so this piece, let's see some amount of detail in there. So slots across the front, like so. Yeah, so there's a horrible join line there. But all I do with that, I'll take the glue, just run it down, not squeezing it, just run it down just to get rid of the join line, because the plastic glue will go in and melt the plastic and they'll join together. So the next 2 pieces that we need are number 2 and number 3. Now it's a bit easy to see what foot goes where, but just in case you're not sure, the little buckles on the side of his foot are for the outside of the model. Okay, so number 2 here goes in here. Okay, but I'm going to slip those off, clean those down, and then I'll just show you how they go on. So the first leg, some glue in there. There is actually a little hole in there. Just you can't do see there. There was actually a little bit there, so a little pin sticking up. So that will go in there like so. Okay. Now this one is a funny shape on it. just have a look at this bad boy. Yeah, there's a funny shape on that as well. That just goes, it should just slot on like so. So it gives him his running pose. So the next piece that we need are number 6 and number 7, which is his 2 little pauldrons. I'm going to snip them and clean them. Number 7 goes on this side of the model. Number 6 with the little thing there goes on that side of the model. So I'm going to snip and clean them, and I'll show you exactly how they go on. And of course it is. So basically these little pauldron pieces, they go along the join line of the 2 pieces. So there's a little fold in that. You can see a little square at the top. But come on, there's a little square in his belt buckle there. So that literally just sits on him pretty much a bit too high, like that. It needs to come over a little bit. You can see it just needs to come over a little touch, like that. And the other one's the same. You can see there's a little indentation on the belt there. So here's me trying to set the join line as usual. I need to realise there's a little square on top there. Right, so the next piece is needed is number 8, which is his cloak. So I'm going to snip it, clean it, and I'll show you exactly how it goes on. It's very, very simple. So you can see there's a funny shape here. See the flat piece here? That just clips in there like so. Yeah? So I'm going to glue that into place and then come back for the next piece. Right, so now the next piece is needed. You have a choice whether to have the great weapon. I say great weapon, it's 2 hands, is using 2 hands to wield the blade, which is this piece here, or the one blade in one hand, which I think is the same blade, and the little smaller blade in the other hand behind him. Now, both options are absolutely fantastic, but I like this one. I'm going to go with this one here, the double-handed one. So that's number 15, and number 16 is what I need. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But if you were going the other way, it's number 12 and number 13. Now see the flat piece at the top there? That's the wrist. That joins into the flat piece there, where the knuckles are, just below, just there. And then that will glue onto the model on the side here. So the arm comes around, just you're swinging the blade from behind. And then this piece would then go into this side. Okay, but I'm not going to do that option. I'm going to go with the double-handed one. So I need 15 and 16. I'm going to snip and clean and show you how they go on. Well, so this is one of those annoying pieces where you have to do it probably in one motion. There's this arm and all that business. But this is where plastic glue comes into effect. So you put one side on. This, bear in mind, it's going to go on, but it's going to be a pain in the backside until we get the other side on and line it up properly. So what we do is we come in a bit of depth. Yeah, of course, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So we get this, put this side back on. I believe it's actually not meant to be like that. Damn it, come on. I believe it's supposed to be more like that. So it doesn't seem to be on right. And the wrist isn't on. Those of you that are regular to the channel would have seen me doing something similar with the termagants, but using this to just give it a little nudge and put it into place. Actually, the sword is supposed to be up like that. So maybe I do have that wrong. Oh no, that's right. There it goes. The wrist is fine. The shoulder's fine. Yeah, not really. is now. Because bear in mind, there's going to be shoulder pauldrons going on, even that's wrong. It's meant to be up like that. I think the blade, by looking at it, it's like that. I think it's meant to be up like that, but an angle. But with that said, their shoulder looks good. The wrist is very good. This one is, yeah, it's all good. So I'm happy to leave it like that, because it's going to be okay. So the next pieces needed are actually shoulder pauldrons, which is 17 and 18. 17 and 18. But 17 is going on this side, and 18 is going on that side. The reason I'm telling you that, there's a funny little bit inside of it, as there's a funny little hole on the shoulders. The reason I'm saying it to you, excuse me, hiccups again. The reason I'm saying it to you is, so in case when you go to pull it on, if you got on the wrong side and it's not quite going on right, or sitting the way you want it to sit, that's because it's on the wrong side. So if I tell you the correct side and where to pull it, it just makes it easier for you. So when I snip it off, number 17, I'm going to clean it down, then place it this side. I'm going to snip number 18 off, clean it down, put it that side. So when I come back to show you, you'll see the two shoulder pauldrons either side. So there's no confusion later on. It's the same with the legs, but luckily with this guy, he's got buckles on the legs, and the buckles go on the outside of the model. Let me show you what I mean. So this leg has the buckle, has a buckle that side, has the buckles that side. So it's not, there's no confusion there. So some models don't have that. So you literally do it this way. It just saves you so much messing around later on. That's very straightforward. So you can see there's a little hole, or a little, if we're focusing, a little divot on the shoulder there. So I'm going to put the glue there. And there is a little pin. It's not even a pin, it's like just a little bit that sticks out in there. I'm going to stick it on. Like so. Very straightforward, very easy. And same on the other side. Very, very easy. Now the next thing that we need is going to be choice of head. Now there's 3 different choices here. I'm going to bring you and show you each one. So there's the first head, absolutely fantastic. You look at the face, you can see the lighter bits of grey. That's where the light's reflecting off the raised areas. That's going to be excellent for dry brushing. It's very like sharp, nose and eyebrows and cheekbones and all that. This guy's the same, absolutely fantastic. So they've got nice little mops of hair as well. Now, why would that matter? Because these are Custodes, so their armour's all golden. But then you start looking at the model and trying to pick out different bits and pieces that you can do, different colours when you're painting them, to try and break the model up even more. And something like the hair, you wouldn't paint it blonde. You're going to paint it like black or brown or, something like that. Or even ginger if you wanted to. And it really breaks the colour up really well. And there's this head. Now I love this head. This is the one I'm going for. With the little plume of fluffy hair on top of him. So I'm going to snip him off, clean him down. I'm going to show you how he goes on, but it's very, very easy. Right, this is very straightforward. There's a hole. There's a pin. It just goes in there. Now, you could just snip that pin off, because there's a round circular bit that the pin sits on, and that would sit in there. Now, why would you do that? So you could pose the model differently. So you could pose the head like that, or you could pose him looking up, pose him looking sort of down. You can really play around with him. I'm going to snip the pin off just because I do the extra little bits and pieces. I don't want him the head going in looking like that. I don't know what way I'm going to do it. I'll probably still do it that way anyway, but I just think it'd be easier for me to take the pin off rather than try and squeeze that little square pin into that little square hole. you know. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I say the next piece that we need is this rock. So I'm going to snip it and clean it, and I'm going to glue it to the base. Now he has a 40mm base. Okay. Now some of you go, oh, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. There are two ways to check what the base size is, and both of them are very, very simple. You can take a model that you already have, okay, that's already on a 40mm base, and you can line it up. There's a 40mm base, yeah. This is a 32mm base, but you can line it up and you can see, oh, that's not quite the same size. That's the first way. It's very, very simple. The second way, which is even simpler, at the beginning of the instruction book, there is, sorry, the camera's going to flicker because it's too close to the light. I'll lift it up a bit. There is this mad chart. Yeah, it's 1:1 ratio, so that's right. What does all that mean? So this is a 32mm base. You can see where it says 32. So I just line it up. Okay. I take the 40mm base. You can see where it says 40mm. I just line it up. Okay, now see where it says 50mm. There's only one 50mm base in this box. So as you can see up there, it tells me 150mm base. So I haven't got to panic about that because I know it's on a 40mm base. So that's the base you need. That's the simplest way of learning what way it goes. There's two ways of doing it. So I'm going to snip a piece off, clean it down. Now I'm going to glue it straight to the base. So no need for me to show you how to glue it to the base. It's just glue straight on. And then I'm going to glue the guy on. Now the guy goes on. I think there was a little nip there that I just took off. No, probably not. He goes on like that. Yeah. So it looks like he's running on like a little, and stepping on a little step. So I'm going to snip that off, clean that down, glue that to the base, and then glue him to that, and then come back to you for final thoughts and stuff like that. There we have it. I actually just glued that to the base, put a bit of glue on his foot, and he just sat on there perfect first time. And I was like, oh, I was expecting to sit and hold him for 20 minutes, but no, it's great, fantastic. I'm actually really happy with this model. I'm really pleased with him. I'm really excited to looking forward to painting him, which is absolutely bonkers considering I had no interest in Custodes. The only reason I picked up the Shadow Frame box, which he's from, is because I thought, oh, eventually one day I would need a Custodes Army and a Genes to the Cult Army, just, you know, for the channel to do a battle report and do different army rather than just doing Space Marines, Necrons, Chaos Space Marines, and building up everything else. And that was the first thing, because I'd never had interest in them. And then when I popped the box open the other day, I said, let me have a look, see if it's push fit. I'll just, you know, I was expecting it to be push fit. I'll just glue it together off camera and end up being the vote, and that be it. You guys can just vote on it and I'll just paint it up. Eventually have a Custodes Army, just something different for you to choose from rather than the usual suspects that are on there. And I open it up and I see that the sprues came as if you had just bought the boxes, you know, just bought the box from GW or from Air Hobbies or from wherever you get it from. And I thought, oh, okay, so it's not push fit, so that means I will have to do LS build video on it. Fantastic. So I started building it, and I actually love it. I absolutely love the model. Absolutely fantastic. Now I went with turning his head sort of looking forward. He said the instructions tell your head should be looking this way, but I went with that. Absolutely, I love this model. Level of detail on it, and for me there's a lot of challenging things to do to paint it to break that gold armor up, you know, and I'm actually looking forward to that. So guys, if you're seeing this for the first time, please hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, because it costs you absolutely nothing. It helps the channel in a massive way. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. If you have any comments or suggestions, or, you know, anything about this model, chuck it below. If everyone smash the thumbs up button, sorry. So it triggers YouTube to share this video with more people, which makes this a lovely, amazing community of you guys just grow more and more. If you're interested in getting this model, I'm not sure if Air Hobbies still has any more of the Shadow Throne boxes. These came out, the box for this came out, I can't even remember what it came out as, ages ago. But I got it at Christmas time. It was on reduced, you know, reduced to clear section. I don't think it's there now, but anyway. For everyone that's supported the channel for as long as you have and watched all the videos and comment all the time and everything else, guys, thank you very much. It means so much to me. I'm going to bring you down and show you some pretty pictures. Until next time, guys, take it easy.